Welcome, everybody. I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation with Nick. Nick, welcome back. Speak of the man himself. Baho Bear, welcome, brother. Oh, so Nick, you just gave me a very specific scenario. Shit. Could you say again the very specific scenario you just mentioned? Because I want to accurately respond to you.
With the granary?
No, after the granary, you said you gave another very specific scenario.
Oh, when you tell a homosexual man maybe you shouldn't be doing those homosexual acts. Because I love you so much, I think that you'd be better off if you didn't do that. Even though that they think that you're being bigoted or hurtful towards them, but it's like, no, I just love you so much that I think that you'd be better off not doing that.
Yes, thank you. And so, while on the surface, I would concur that sounds like a good way to, do business with the homos. Sam, welcome. But that being said,
do you think that
what's up?
Do you think that homosexual practitioners can't redeem themselves? You think they can, right?
I think everyone can be redeemed.
Okay. I knew you knew that, but just to make sure that everyone.
Yeah. Good call. So given the fact that, according to my opinion, everyone can be redeemed. So, when you're approaching a homosexual. So, good example. My so-called quote-unquote boss is an open fucking sodomite. So right now I'm volunteering for the Arizona Republican Party. And, my so-called quote-unquote boss is dude, open fucking faggot. And so it's funny because he's really chill, and so I can make gay jokes in front of him, and he just kind of goes with it. He may be secretly offended, and I'm such an alpha. I don't fucking know. He doesn't I've yet to see him or notice him taking offense at me making gay jokes. That being said, is when I with regard.
Can I veer off a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what if, I don't know, I think we've talked about this before, where if somebody's does a certain sin all the time, I think it's kind of, you talked about it with your sister. You wanted her to go a certain way, but you have to tell her delicately, or it's now you're the problem by telling her to go a certain way, right? So if you make gay jokes, say faggot, sodom, you can say that with us, but is that the best way to bring a person out of sin?
It depends on the individual. And you're right, that is a very, very good question, because if this particular sodomite that I have a relationship with, professional relationship, fuck you, asshole, you know what I meant, is if the first time I made a sodomy joke, he got really offended, then moving forward, it would not be honoring him to continue to make faggot, sodomy, those kinds of jokes. But just due to the way he's reacted, and obviously once I learned he was gay, for sure, I've toned down my gay jokes just out of respect for him. Right. That being said, is my whole goal is to love my neighbor as myself. Right. And so, yes, this is a sinful little faggot sodomite, but that doesn't mean he's not made in the image of God. Right. He's just deceived in the ways that he's deceived, because I'm deceived in other ways. I've got to be honest with myself. Yeah. And to to attempt to what is that Bible phrase like point out the log in your brother's eyes while you're ignoring the speck in your own eye.
Yeah.
Like that can be applied in so many fractal ways. Like it's a very deadly verse when you're looking at yourself.
Right. So that's kind of what I was getting at is like, so I work with a sodomite and I make fun of him all the time for his one sin, right? That
Dude,
you just
I'm drinking and smoking pot. And like even given the argument pot can be a medicinal thing, I'm not smoking it for medicinal purposes. Already, two sins versus his one sin.
Yeah, I sin every day.
Yeah.
My atheist friend asked me if he's like, so do you consider yourself a Christian? And I said, I try to be, and I fail every day. Now, on the other hand, a lot of other people that don't even try are sinning way more than me. Way more, right? But like we have to realize that like when we make fun of somebody for their one sin they do, like say somebody, really likes cars or something. I don't know.
Pause real quick.
What?
Pause real quick.
Okay.
Sam, today is Wednesday, and you've claimed to this day, and we've been distracted. So like.
Oh, you gotta talk to somebody else. Go ahead, dude.
Well, no, you're having good thoughts, and like I love what you're talking about, but at the same time, what's up?
My thoughts will be here tomorrow.
All right, so it was just like the reason why I bring this up is because like last week we're like, oh Sam, you're an amazing guitarist, like you're doing all this great stuff. Like, do you remember that?
Who's Sam?
Dude, Sam's fucking great. Yeah, I'm kicking you the fuck off, dude. Watch Sam play guitar.
Okay.
You're gonna get your mind blown. Okay. You're gonna enjoy it.
I play guitar too, so I want to see that.
Yeah, dude, then you'll especially enjoy Sam's style. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, brother.
Love you too, bro.
All right, later, mate. Sam, get on. I just kicked off Nick for you because you are the guitar legend. You are the guitar hero. No, but seriously, Sam, get on, man. It's your turn. I got distracted because Purely Living Man was yes. He distracted me with like his opinions on the Bible, which I disagree with. And then Nick jumped on and I got distracted, so that's my bad. Sam! What's up, bro?
Hey, man. I'm worried about my connection in the garage here. I don't know if it's any good.
No worries. Like, oh, wait. Maybe there are worries because I want to hear your music.
Yeah. Let's see. Are we there?
Yeah, I see you. See you in here. You loud and clear right now.
Okay, cool. Let's stop talking about gay shit and just have a good time, dude.
Yeah, dude, I get fucking distracted and just go out like most of my shit. I just riff off of other people, and so sometimes I go on a tangent.
Oh no, it was good. Yeah, it was. I'm feeling a little bit like shy about talking to Purely Living Man. Like I'm gonna go hang out with him. He lives here in California.
Oh, so. Dude, I think he's a wonderful person. I really enjoy talking to him. It's just like for tonight, the specific things we were talking about, we disagree on, and that's okay. Yeah. There's been a couple people on the stream where they like try and use the Bible as as a blasphemous weapon, and Purely Living Man did not do that. It just we have different biblical opinions, and that's okay.
Yeah, it was all good. But yeah, when I guess when he was going on of well, Jesus Christ isn't really the Son of God, and you were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, stop having this conversation. This conversation's gay.
Well, yeah, that's why I ended it. Is because I was trying to be the injector of logos and biblical verses and shit, but then he was just going on his own thing. And I was like, all right, man, I can't solve this conversation. Let's move on. And so that's why I hung up on him. Not that I don't like him. He's still awesome.
Yeah, it's good times. All right, well, since we were talking about, apparently we were talking about children's fate in the kingdom or something.
About that?
Huh?
You've got a song about that?
No. No,
Oh.
no, Big Bear's been on, he's been talking about MGMT a little bit. So we'll do a little MGMT, kids.
Hell yeah. Told you, Nick. He's fantastic. Bear, welcome. Verdecia, blah, welcome. Well, Trainer Bear, the answer to your question is he's a fucking legend. That's how he does this.
The water is warm, but it's sending me shivers. A baby is born, crying out for attention. The memories fade, like looking through a fog mirror. Decisions are made and not but I thought this wouldn't hurt a lot, I guess not. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanting, be haunted.
Dude, bravo. That was fantastic.
What do we got?
All right, guys, does anyone have any questions or requests for the great guitar man, Sam?
Throw me some requests. The answer, Train a Bear, is it's just yeah, I mean, if you can do this and sing, then you can practice doing this and sing. Control yourself, take only, and then you can practice doing this. Control yourself, take only what you need from it. It's all about just like working with that metronome, practicing singing to that, and then you spice it up from there, and a couple decades later you can do what I do.
After much practice, you can be half as good as I am.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I got another MGMT really close by.
Hell yeah.
This one I haven't played in a long time. That was Electric Field. That's what Owen was talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the world is a battery. And
Fact.
the moon is like a some kind of cold semiconductor. Sit, ooh, girl, shock me like an electric eel. Sit, ooh, girl, turn me on to electric feel.
Because you want that, and everyone else, welcome, welcome.
Put your circuits in the sea. This is what the world is for.
The great Sam, the guitar master.
In your mind, you can feel it all the time. Plug it in and change the world. You are my electric.
If you guys have any questions for him, feel free to type in the chat. And once he's games,
Shock me like an electric eel. Baby girl, turn on the electric field. Oh yeah, boy.
China Bear's like, I bet no one wants to hear this guy play guitar regular.
Do that cool thing you do. Oh yeah. Most of the time when I do this and like, because I used to play a lot in like restaurants and bars and stuff. I mean, like 90% of the time, there's just no reaction. Like people aren't even, you know, it's just they have no idea. They're just like, oh, that guy's playing guitar. It sounds like there's some sort of sound coming out of his.
Well, 'cause, like most of them don't even understand how to play the guitar, so they don't even have like the knowledge base to be like, whoa, that's a really cool style. It's like, oh, sounds are coming from his wooden instrument. Yay!
Oh, it's over. Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, yeah. No, it was still interesting what you guys were talking about with like, because I was listening to some like Ray Comfort the other day, and you know, he talks about, he's just like, you know, get yourself right with the 10 Commandments. Like that's a good place to start, you know. We're saved by the blood of Jesus, but like we can still follow the 10 Commandments. And it was interesting that like lying is not there, you know, like it's not one of the 10 Commandments. If you look at like, cause I looked at it. Yeah, go ahead, look it up.
Like it sounds like something that would be there. Like I'm surprised. Like I don't have the 10 Commandments memorized.
Bro, it'll ring wrong to you if I say thou shalt not lie. Like that's not a commandment. You know what I mean?
You're right. It's not.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
expand on your gravy, please.
Yeah. So like, but I think because I really enjoy listening to you and Nick talk, because you did get somewhere that makes sense. It's like, well, is it sometimes good to lie? And you came up with an example that seemed like it was good. Like, oh, if you're in the village and the Mongols come and they're like, where's the woman? And you're like, you know, fuck off. They're in the, you know, they're
in their quarry. And my natural instant response was, oh yeah, lie in the quarry. But then as I like took it out to its logical conclusion, I was like, oh no, never lie. I was wrong.
They go and they see that they're not there, or they kill whoever is there, and then they come and torture you. Yeah, it's like, yeah, so lying isn't good. We already know that, like intrinsically, like lying causes pain. So it's like, but yeah, it was interesting. It's not in the 10 Commandments. I guess like honor your father and mother. You could say, you know, if lying dishonors your family or something, I don't know. but it's really interesting. It's just not there. Like that's all the gravy is, you know. But like, it's one of the Ten Commandments is not, "Thou shalt not lie."
So Trina Bear brought up a good point though. Thou shalt not bear false witness
Ah,
against thy neighbor.
that's true. That would be lying.
Yeah, I can't find a way to describe bearing false witness without that being lying.
Right.
So Trainer Bear, good call,
Yeah,
brother man.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, it feels like it's a more specific thing than just like don't lie. But that's probably God just being like a little more specific with
Well,
with
I think that's a self-grabble we do because Jesus said the second most important commandment was love your neighbor as yourself. And when he said that, your neighbor was anyone around you. And
yeah,
so, with respect to that concept, do not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Like, don't say anything false against anyone around you. It's just because of like the way that we think. We're like, oh, my physical neighbor, the person that lives next door to me.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Because English, dude.
Called
English.
us on that. Good call, brother. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Reason to lie if you follow the commandments, of course. I'm not trying to justify lying. I'm not a special boy.
None of us thought that, brother. We just like to play with these ideas because, like, as we play with these ideas, they become more clarified and we're better able to verbalize our positions. Like, these are
Yeah,
fun intellectual games to play.
yeah. Did you lose me?
I lost the video, still have the audio.
Oh, okay, cool.
What is your favorite song to play, man? And why? You're back. His video's back. Oh, wait, maybe. Oh, wait. I see you moving. Do you not have audio on my end? Am I fucking up? Start talking. Hey, chat, which one of us is fucked up right now? Ah, Sam's gone. My guess is it was on his end. That's a bummer. Hopefully he'll jump back on because he's fucking awesome. Thoughts, guys? You know any Avett brothers? Alaire Bear, let's save that question. Like, obviously I asked you, but oh, it was Sam. All right, cool. Yeah, dude. Like, when your connection's good, no worries. Jump back on because I will prevent anyone else from coming back on because I have the power. And Sam, when you're ready, jump back on, bro. We're fucking waiting for you. JapJap, or no, Trainer Bear, go fuck yourself. I almost told myself to go fuck myself. Trainer Bear, just because I enjoy his musical talent doesn't mean I'm in fucking fanboy mode, douchebag. Like, if I were to be in like full fanboy mode, I would like go buy a guitar and be like, "Could you teach me how to play?" And meh, no, yeah, you're good at fucking guitar. Yeah, Trinidad, your point was legit as shit. Like you almost always have legit points. The only time, like, even when you're wrong, you still have legit points. Like Trainer, you're also a fucking legend. And the only reason why I say that is because you've told me that there's been a couple. Alaire Bear, how dare you question the great Trainer? If you're gonna say Trainer's point was terrible, Alaire Bear, please elaborate so we can have a great discussion on it. Thar, thar, Tharcasm? Tharcasm? Jesus said, "Go ahead of me to Jerusalem. I'm not going." Then he went. Well, yeah, like that's in reference to that one fucking super awesome festival. Barricades, welcome, welcome. And yeah, I've always been like curious about that, but uh, oh, Lair Bear. I was like kind of hoping that you were gonna have a theological discussion with Trainer Bear because that would have been a fun thing to do. As we're waiting for Sam to come back. No, Trainer Bear, it's not lying because so that specific festival that Jesus was speaking of, where everyone was like, "Oh, you should come! Like, let's all go for day one." Jesus is like, "No, dude, it's not my time. Chill, bro." And obviously, I'm paraphrasing. And so all of his his homies went to our apostles. If they use the proper theological terms, all of his apostles went to the festival a day or two before Jesus did. Historically speaking, this is a multi-day festival, and so when Jesus' apostles, his followers, initially were like, "Hey, Jesus, let's all go to this thing." He was like, "No, guys, it's not my time." So they're like, "All right, I get it." And so they fucking went and they dipped on out. Let's go to the party. Great. Our religious thing. Dope. But then a day or two later, or multiple days later, the Bible is not specific on how long, but at least a day later, Jesus then went to the festival because the apostles, his followers, were assuming his time was to enter the festival day one. But according to Jesus' timeline, it wasn't appropriate for him to attend the festivities until after day one. And so that's why Jesus was not lying, because historically speaking, it's a multi-day festival. He denied like their request to go day one, but then he attended like on another day, but the other day is not specified specifically within the biblical texts. Trainer Bear, thoughts? Did I portray that accurately? Also, does anyone else have anything else they want to talk about? Any fun stories? As I'm waiting for you guys to respond, my mom, she called me today, and so my little sister's wedding was just last week. It was a super wonderful, fun event, and it was interesting because when my biological father was making a speech or whatever, like literally every aspect of him attending this ceremony was disrespectful in a variety of ways. But because tradition requires, or doesn't require, asks for the father of the groom or the bride to make a speech, he made a speech. And I remembered my question. I wanted you to elaborate on why the poles on trunk are. Oh, good question, Trainer Bear. So the reason why the poles on trunk are inaccurate, we can get to my own personal life later because no one cares. But the reason why the poles on trunk are inaccurate is, so the ways the poles work is the current polls that are saying that Biden is like 12 to 14 points up on average is what they're saying. The reason why they're able to say that is because those polls are making an assumption that only 75% of registered Republicans are going to come out and vote for Trump. And historically speaking, with respect to the 2016 election, 2018 midterms, like et cetera, like various other data points, assuming 75% of Republicans are going to show up and vote for Trump is not accurate. According to the data points we currently have, it's much closer to 85, 90%. And so because the polls are purposefully diluting the projection of Republican voters that will actually turn up, that's why they're able to validate their current numbers and saying, oh, Trump is 14 points down. Because if they assume almost a quarter of the Republicans aren't going to show up and vote, yeah, their bullshit assumptions are then correct. Like, that's how you manipulate statistics. Bear kits, exactly, you're right. They also oversample Democrats. How much do they assume Democrats? I don't remember the specific number, but generally speaking, with these polls, they will provide 80 to 90% with Democrats showing up, despite the fact that real world results are closer. Like, as of right now in this current cycle, they're like the Democrats showing up. It's much more likely to 50 to 60%. So, like, basically, what I'm saying is that voter enthusiasm with the left or the Democrats, whatever, communists, whatever you want to call them, is really low, and enthusiasm with the conservatives, the right, the Republicans, whatever, is really high. Obviously, Democrats and Republicans are both like two different wings of the same retarded government bird, and which is owned by like Jews, like or the Khazarians, or like yeah. I get it. That being said, it is what it is, guys. I'm just reporting on like the mainstream shit right now. Cause like oh yeah, for sure. But like so I was watching a China Watch news channel earlier today, and they were making a big deal. They're like, "Oh, is America or China gonna make the vaccine first? Who's gonna win this epic contest?" And like that was a whole big portion about their news section. And it's like, well, if you knew what a virus was, then you wouldn't even be having this discussion because, viruses are not as described. But that really got me thinking as I was watching this news segment today. It's like, so as of right now, according to mainstream media, China and America are in this epic struggle for like who's going to develop the vaccine first. And they've got all these like scientific development like bullshit things like blah blah blah. I get it. I get where they're coming from. Like I was a pre-med major. I understand how they do their tests. But that being said, it's like the entire basis of your tests is based on a falsified predication. So if you're using like a false foundation for your scientific research, obviously like all of your tests are going to be all sorts of wonky, which is literally what we're seeing. The vaccine has been made. Well, a layer bear, I agree. It's probably already been made. But that being said, the official story, Johnson & Johnson and some other like major vaccine maker have seen like some sort of weird complications. So it's officially on hold. And the big drama is because as the American vaccine companies are on hold for moral issues, the Chinese companies are pushing forward and literally testing vaccines that have yet been approved on their own employees. How dare them? Look how evil the Chinese are. Can you not hear the fucking narrative? Like, I'm for sure going to be fascinated to learn what the fuck is actually happening. But as of right now, I'm just aware of the mainstream narrative, which is obviously bullshit. It's just interesting because this is like these past couple of years. Before these past couple of years, I've never been able to decode the narrative in real time. It's like a soap opera. Yes, a layer bear, exactly. Soap opera to the max. So like now that I can see the soap opera going down in real time, all right, great, good for you guys. You've got your narrative set up, but what does this really mean, and how is it going to really affect the standard individual, average individual, and how does this relate to the whole New World Order, one world government bullshit? I don't have definitive answers quite yet. I just can laugh at the mainstream narrative and show you why it's bullshit. I can show you what's wrong. I don't have enough information to show you what's right yet. So, my bad. I don't have enough information yet. Very rarely does that happen. So, you guys, I'm sure will forgive me. Because most of the time I have the answers to whatever questions. Or if I don't, I'm honest about not having the answers. Either or. I'm cool with either situation. Alright, so I don't think Sam, are you coming back on? Sam's not on. I think Sam's connection has gone to fuck. Nick, do you want to jump back on? Alair Bear, do you want to stop being shy? Because you're not at fucking work right now, obviously. Or, I think Bosnia Bear was the third person. Do any of you guys want to jump on? Obviously, no pressure, but when I got someone to talk to, it makes things easier for me. So that's on you guys. None of you have priority. If you want to jump on, then just fucking jump on. We're in a major waiting game. I wouldn't go that far, Lair Bear. Because one could argue that a farmer who had a well-established homestead in the 19 teens, his whole family this whole time could have been in a major waiting game since the Great Depression, because the Federal Reserve. One could make that argument. So I wouldn't say we're in a major waiting game. It's just part of the times we live. As of right now, it seems a little bit more escalated. And it is what it is. All right, yeah, great. All right, so Bosnia Bear, your baby is sleeping. I understand. Alair Bear, all right, cool. Talk to you in a couple minutes, potentially. Apparently, Nick is just listening right now. So, the first time I ever heard the song, The First Day of My Life, was when Owen Benjamin played it. And when he plays it, it's brilliant. And like a month or two ago, I just Googled First Day of My Life, and I listened to the original version. The original version is just such low quality. It was kind of absurd. No agenda or purpose for saying that. Just I looked to my right, and that was the tab that was pulled up on my internet browser. First day of my life. How many niggas here? Top right says 3. Notification says 12 people joined. Yeah, Bosnia Beer, I've got no idea. I've been a little bit curious about that myself because literally for the past 2 or 3 hours, however long I've been streaming, it's been 22 people just joined, 28 people just joined, and then I look at the little population thing, it's 4 people are here. No idea. Don't care. Whoever wants to talk, I'll respond and engage in conversation. If you're just listening and watching, good for you for being here, I guess, but whatever. No biggie. It's Instagram. It's a fucking function of the beast. Assume the numbers are wrong. That's it. Well, see, Bosnia Bear, it would be interesting if we had some sort of factual basis to question and analyze how the numbers are being grabbled. If you have that ability, then yes, you're right. This is very interesting. I currently do not have that technological ability, so it's just a coincidence for me. Whatever. Do you see where I'm coming from though? Like why I make that distinction? Also, if anyone's trying to jump on, Instagram says we have 20 minutes left. Yeah, Bosnia Bear. Without the ability to have specific software to analyze the traffic in real time on the stream, which I'm not going to buy because I don't care, we won't know the answer. If I were to care about that because of narcissistic, um, tendencies, and then I bought the software, then yes, I could probably answer your question. But at the end of the day, it really wouldn't matter, which is why I'm not going to buy the software. Also, I just really don't give a shit. I just enjoy streaming with you guys, and what happens, happens. Like, to be honest, I'm like 10 streams behind when it comes to posting this shit on YouTube because no reason. I just stopped. I failed to do it. Laziness, procrastination, whatever. I just haven't done it. You know what's real? Tobacco and weed looks great. Well, I mean, Bosnia Bear, given that perspective, turpentine and tennis balls are also real. Those look great too. What's your point, man? Obviously, I'm mocking you right now. You know what's real? Tobacco and weed, man. Looks great. Yeah, dude, I completely concur. Turpentine and tennis balls. Also great. Do you see? I used alliteration.
It's really interesting to hear a song.
As I'm waiting for you guys to say anything of interest. Ooh, no, Bosnia Bear says he quit smoking. Of interest. Tell us that story, Bosnia Bear. That sounds interesting. Because, I'm smoking. But as we're waiting for people to fucking talk.
You haven't heard in a long time after your life has changed, because the meaning of the song has also changed. The song "This Is the First Day of My Life" by Bright Eyes, I always thought was just about a couple, a romance song. And then I had a baby. Now I think it's about the love between a mother and the baby. And it's almost like the baby is singing to his mom, her mom. It's beautiful.
I'm just playing this to kill time,
I'm
guys.
dedicating this song
Talk to me.
my wife Amy and my new baby Walter, my mother, me. It was the first day of my life. And I love her and all you, Mom.
I can tell you about what I was telling you about earlier. So, my mom called me earlier today, and so because of the very superficial, fake speech that my biological father gave at my little sister's wedding recently, everyone in the room, damn near, was like, "Oh, it was such a good speech. Oh, like bravo, blah blah blah." But like even as he was like in the middle of like doing his spell, he's a legit fucking wizard, guys. So like in the middle of his spell, I leaned over to my mom and I made a comment, like a disparaging comment about the speech in general, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I totally agree." But then like nothing came of it for multiple days. But she just called me today, and because apparently she went to a like post like marriage fucking barbecue with my little sister's new husband's family Apparently that's a thing. I don't know. But she was there, and almost everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Phil's speech was so great," blah blah blah. And every time someone said that, she was like, "I wanted to vomit." This coming from like the nicest, most like holy woman I've ever known in my whole life. And like she would just say like seeing through this spell. And so as we were talking, she was like, "Yeah, like I was looking around as he was talking, and everyone had smiles. No one had any idea that he was just lying through his teeth." I was like, "Yeah, mom, that's how wizards work. That's how spells work." And then I had this great opportunity to explain to her about spells and wizards and shit. And it was a fun, great conversation. His speech was basically just like, um, I'm such a great dad, and I'm so blessed that I have such a wonderful daughter. But most of the speech is about me and my business. But also, I have to mention Bree a little bit because she's getting married, and blah blah blah. Like platitude, platitude, platitude. Dude, it was fucking gay as shit. Obviously, I don't remember it verbatim. I was attempting not to vomit. I'm exaggerating, but it was a pretty gross speech. It was pretty significantly insincere. Yeah, Bosnia Bear, you get it. Very gay indeed. Correct, my friend. And so, like, at the time when I made that comment to my mom, I thought like she didn't really quite get it, and she was just like being kind and understanding, like she normally is, and like, "Oh yeah, like good opinion, PJ." But like, turns out days later, she was like, "No, PJ, what the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, mom, that's how wizards work." And so that was a really fun conversation for me today. Is my mom was just in her own life experiences was exposed to wizardry and was like to such a degree that she just naturally overcame it. And because she was exposed to such a low degree of wizardry, and it still blew her fucking mind. She was like, "PJ, you know about this shit. What the fuck?" Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. My mom does not curse at all. And I apologize to my mom when I curse in front of her most of the time because I honor her in that way. But like she was just exposed to these low level wizard spells, and her mind was fucking blown. And so I was like, "Yeah, mom." And then I explained the low level wizard spells, and then I expanded upon that knowledge. I said, "Hey, there's nothing to be worried about. Don't get mad at the Jews. Don't get mad at the middleman. Like, if you get mad at the middleman, the little wizard who's trying to like deceive you with his spells, you're lowering yourself to their level. You're better than that. Don't do that, mom." And so that was just a really fun conversation for me today. No thoughts? All right, cool.
Comes out there with babies.
We're gonna listen to the song then.
Babies, my babies.
If you don't want to talk, we're gonna listen to this song until I think of something else. First day of my life, bitches. No offense to you, Lair Bear. It's not a sexist thing. I just enjoy the song. Good to go, Lair Bear. I'm glad you understand. Also, I apologize for my coughing. It just so happens I've purchased a very high grade of marijuana this round. Lair Bear, get the fuck on. I'll alter your mood, girl. I'll make you a smiley. I'll make you smiley. People were so fit back in the day. Well, yeah, Bosnia Bear. It's because we weren't like 90% of our food wasn't poison. It was only like 30% back in the day. Like, so right now, I'm a fat piece of shit. And I like wearing gym shorts, right? So I've always looked at fat people, and you know that little pouch they have in their their groin region? This is embarrassing, but I can fucking show you what this is now because I'm a fat piece of shit. So when you have your I learned this because of my fat piece of shitness. Like Exhibit A. But so when like your gym shorts are like at the normal waistline for fat people, like it's difficult for fat people to like, you know, tie their strings and shit. And so instead of doing that, because they're just lazy as shit, they bring their waistband up to here. And so when you see this fatness, I've always been curious, like, why do fat people have this like pouch in their groin area? Like, what the fuck is that? Turns out, it's just fucking fat. They're too lazy to wear their pants properly. And I just learned that today. Because I learned that on myself, I think this might be the last day that I'll buy booze. Because fuck fat people. Except for Paraplegic Bear. Because he's got a real reason. And I love Paraplegic Bear. His belly sticks out further than his dicky do. Yeah, dude, a Lair Bear. That's like, so when I was in my more like hedonistic seasons of life, I would be like the BB ratio, the boob to belly ratio for girls. If your breasts do not stick out further than your belly, I don't want to date you. A Lair Bear, the B to D ratio. I've never wanted to bang guys, so I've never thought of it. But that's a good point. If your belly sticks out further than your dick does, you probably have a problem. Yeah, Bosnia Bear, of course, man. I'm just like being critical. That's all. And honest, you know. I'm not in the best of shape. So this is a learning experience, and hopefully you guys will learn from me being fat and not become a fat piece of shit. Ta-da! Like, on one hand, I'm glad I've had this experience of being fat, but now that I'm beginning to realize how fat I fucking am, it's like, shit, man. I've had the learning experience. It's time to stop being fat. Because for the majority of my life, I've been like in really good shape with like raw, super ripped. And I was like, I've always considered like, what's it like to be a fat person? Literally today, I was like, ah, fuck, I'm a fat person. Now I fucking know. And it's certainly less than enjoyable. So it's time to stop being fat. Well, Lair Bear, if you feel as though you're chunky, then whatever you, like, this is a concept that really humbled me, is whatever body you currently have, you deserve it. So if you have been eating ice cream or fatty foods or whatever and just chilling and not working out, you deserve to fucking have a fat body because that's the level of working out you've been doing. But if you want to have a super ripped, like hot, beautiful body, then if you want to deserve that, you have to work out more. It's just like a math equation. 1 + 1 = 2. How much you work out plus how much you eat plus your metabolism equals what the fuck your body looks like. It's really not that fucking difficult. We just make excuses for ourselves, which is what I've been doing for years. And now that I'm finally realizing, oh shit, I'm fucking fat, now I'm going to change because, to be honest, like I've not enjoyed looking at my belly in the mirror for a while, but I never really made like the connection. Like 1 + 1 = 2. Oh, you don't have a six-pack? Now you're fat. I know I'm oversimplifying these things, but it's like, now I'm fucking fat. And I realized that with the whole like waistline thing today. 2 to 3 a.m. No, dude, it's only 11 o'clock over here, Bosnia Bear. Don't fucking project your time zone on me. How dare you? Yeah, so like now that I've realized how fat I am, it's time to fucking change. That being said, though, guys, 3 minutes left, and I'm not going to do a fourth hour. So, final thoughts. Throw them at me. What you got? Angrily push space button to play a loving song. Tartaria. Yeah, Larry Bear. Like, obviously I'm peer pressuring you, but like in reality, like, no rush. Whenever you're free, whenever you're comfortable with it, no biggie. I appreciate you be open to the idea of going live. Tartaria. Yeah, Bosnia Bear. Tartaria is like a whole crazy thing that would like take way more than the minute and a half that I have left. Which is why I did not respond to when you just gave a single word answer. Tartaria. So Bosnia Bear, how about 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow when I go live, you get the fuck on, and we can talk about Tartaria from the very beginning, and you will be the first guest. A Lair Bear, you're not a fucking coward. What the hell, man? Or chick, lady? I don't know how to say that respectfully. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like, if your followers get notified, and they're like, oh, what's a Lair Bear up to? And they see you're talking to like, me. Yeah, Bosnia Bear, like, obviously, like, if you can, great. If not, no biggie. Because you're on the other side of the world. But 25 seconds left. A Lair Bear, like, if your peoples are offended and shit, then they can go fuck themselves, or if you want to maintain those relationships, and they're that fragile, I understand. No pressure. Like, you don't have to come on the live. It'd be cool if you did. But 10 seconds left. Oh, family, I get it. 5 seconds left. Good night, everybody. God bless.